You are lying in bed. Everything is calm. Everything is quiet. You are drifting off. Almost there. And then out of nowhere, your whole body jerks. Your legs kick, your arms fly out, your eyes snap open. Your heart is pounding, and you have absolutely no idea what just happened. Was that a dream? Did you just fall? Is something wrong with you? No, nothing is wrong with you. And today, BodyTalk is going to tell you exactly what that was. First things first, let us calm you down. What you just experienced has a name. It is called a hypnic jerk, sometimes also called a sleep start. And it is one of the most common things the human body does. Studies suggest that up to 70% of people experience hypnic jerks regularly. It is not a seizure. It is not a heart problem. It is not a sign that something is seriously wrong. It is just your brain doing something strange on its way to sleep. And once you understand what is actually happening, it will never feel scary again. Here's what is actually going on inside your brain. When you fall asleep, your brain goes through a transition. It shifts from its awake state to its sleep state. Think of it like a computer shutting down. Now, during this transition, something interesting happens. Your brain sometimes misinterprets the sudden drop in muscle activity as a sign that you are falling, and your brain absolutely does not want you to fall. So it fires an emergency signal to your muscles to catch yourself. Your muscles respond immediately, and your whole body jerks. By the time your brain realizes you were not actually falling, you are already awake and confused. That entire process takes less than 1 second. Your brain was just trying to protect you. It just had very bad timing. Now let's talk about what makes hypnic jerks happen more often. The first thing that makes them worse is stress. When you're stressed, your nervous system stays in an alert, high-activity state. Even when your body lies down to sleep, your brain doesn't fully switch off. It's still running, still processing, still on guard. This means the transition from awake to asleep is much more abrupt and chaotic. And the more chaotic that transition is, the more likely your brain is to misfire that emergency signal. If you've been going through a stressful period and your hypnic jerks have been getting worse, that's exactly why. Your brain is struggling to let go. The second thing that makes hypnic jerks worse is caffeine. We already know that caffeine stimulates your nervous system, but here's the specific problem it causes at night. Caffeine has a half-life of around 5 to 6 hours. That means if you drink a coffee at 4 in the afternoon, half of that caffeine is still active in your body at 10 at night. So when you try to fall asleep, your brain is still partially stimulated. That makes the awake to asleep transition much more difficult. And the harder that transition is, the more your brain panics and fires those emergency signals. The simple fix: stop all caffeine by 2 in the afternoon. Give your nervous system time to calm down before your head hits the pillow. The third thing that makes hypnic jerks worse is having an irregular sleep schedule. Your body has an internal clock. It's called your circadian rhythm. This clock controls when your body expects to fall asleep and when it expects to wake up. When you go to bed at a consistent time every night, that transition from awake to asleep becomes smooth and predictable. But when your sleep time changes every night, some nights early, some nights very late, your body clock gets confused. It doesn't know when to start the sleep process properly. So the transition becomes rushed and uncoordinated, and that's when hypnic jerks happen most. Going to bed at the same time every night, even on weekends, is one of the most powerful things you can do for your sleep quality. Here's something fascinating about hypnic jerks that most people never know. Scientists believe they may be an evolutionary leftover from our ancestors. Millions of years ago, humans slept in trees. As the body relaxed and began to fall asleep, the loosening of muscles could have actually caused someone to fall from a branch. So the brain developed a reflex, a final muscle check to make sure the body was safe before fully surrendering to sleep. Today, we sleep in beds. There's no branch to fall from. But that ancient reflex is still sitting inside your brain. It fires, you jerk, you wake up confused. And somewhere deep in your DNA, a very old part of your brain thinks it just saved your life. Now, hypnic jerks are almost always completely harmless. Most people experience them occasionally and never think twice about it. But there are 3 situations where you should speak to a doctor. First, if the jerks are happening every single night and are violent enough to wake you up each time, this can seriously disrupt your sleep quality over time. Second, if the jerks are accompanied by pain, confusion, or unusual sounds. Third, if they're happening during the day when you're not trying to sleep. Frequent and severe jerking while awake can sometimes point to a neurological condition that needs professional attention. Again, these cases are rare. But for the vast majority of people, hypnic jerks are simply your brain being a little too cautious on its way to sleep. So, here's exactly what you can do to reduce how often hypnic jerks happen. Number 1. Go to bed at the same time every single night. Your body clock will thank you, and sleep will become much smoother. Number 2. Stop all caffeine by 2 in the afternoon. Give your nervous system the time it needs to calm down before bed. Number 3. Manage your stress before you sleep. Even 10 minutes of light stretching or deep breathing before bed makes a real difference. Number 4. Put your phone down at least 30 minutes before bed. Screen light keeps your brain in its awake state far longer than most people realize. Number 5. Make your sleep environment as comfortable and dark as possible. The easier it is for your body to relax, the smoother your brain will transition into sleep. Do these 5 things consistently, and your hypnic jerks will become far less frequent. So, let's do a quick recap of everything we covered today. Hypnic jerks happen because your brain misinterprets your body relaxing as you falling. It fires an emergency signal, your body jerks, you wake up startled. It's completely normal, very common, and in most cases, totally harmless. Stress, caffeine, and an irregular sleep schedule all make it happen more frequently. And your action plan is simple. Consistent bedtime, less caffeine, manage your stress, no screens before bed, and a comfortable sleep environment. If this is something you experience regularly, drop a comment below. I genuinely want to know how often this happens to you. And if this video helped you understand your body a little better today, please subscribe to BodyTalk. New videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We'll see you in the next one.